Hi guys, this is Maya Guerrero. I'm a platinum in the company and we're going to be getting started in just about 2 more minutes. Okay, we're going to get started. Hi again. My name is Maya Guerrero and my husband and I are platinums in the company. I'm from Southern California and my husband and I got started in the company about a year ago. And we've had a tremendous amount of success. We've even earned a free trip to the Bahamas within our first year. And I'm just so excited to welcome you here today. Right now, I just want to share that I have the pleasure and honor of bringing up a good friend and mentor to me, Mr. Mario Delgadillo. He is a former six-figure earner in the corporate world and a seven-figure earner in the entrepreneurial world. And he has done tremendously well in the network marketing space. In fact, he is the fastest growing diamond in our whole company. Amazing. And so he has helped us every step of the way to reach the success that we've had. And I'm really grateful to him because of that. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce you to my friend and mentor, Mr. Mario Delgadillo.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Maya, appreciate you. And thank you for opening up today. We're really excited to have you sharing with us. And can you guys all see my screen and also hear my voice? Zoom is acting up a little bit this morning. And so it's, for some reason, it's not allowing me to see myself. So I'm hoping, okay, good. Thank you guys for joining. And real quick, before we get started, I want to take a quick second and hand it back to Maya and Jesus Guerrero. You're going to hear a little bit from Jesus in a few minutes. He's one of our leaders, but as well as Maya. And Maya's done a tremendous amount of growth in her first year with our company. She's a student of the game. She's constantly trying to learn, trying to better herself. I'll get text messages from her, and she's trying to coach and get better and learn. And so if you guys have an opportunity to learn and to get mentored by and are on the same team as Maya and Jesus, you guys are blessed because they're doing things for the right reasons, and they definitely do have a very, very big team that's growing here in Southern California. And so with all of that being said, guys, let me share with you a little bit about my background. She said a lot of cool things about me, but I'm absolutely nobody special. Background is in actually education. I was a director of admissions at a couple of private universities here in the Southern California area. Six-figure guy in my mid-20s and just doing life. We've been married for 15 years and just building a family. And what happened to me was about 10 years ago, I got laid off completely out of the blue. I definitely was one of those eggs all in one basket type of guys. I was not entrepreneurial. I was not a business owner. My dad was an educator, and he pretty much said, if you don't get your degree, you pretty much have to find somewhere else to live. But so when I found myself in this place where I got laid off completely out of the blue, it was a scary place to be. I'd never experienced anything like that before. 6 months later, I was still trying to find a job. My savings was going backwards. And a cousin of mine called me and he introduced me to the network marketing industry. And when I took a look at this profession, about 10 years ago. It was simply because I was open. I needed to figure something out, and I couldn't just sit back and continue to do what I was doing. And so with that being said, my wife and I got started in this profession, and I was a skeptic. And so I always try to give that perspective, because I wasn't an open-minded guy. I wasn't somebody who was, always looking for the next opportunity. But fast forward over the last 10 years, my wife and I have made a tremendous amount of income, we have been work from home, stay-at-home parents for the last 5 years. And so with that being said, guys, we got started with Viseo just about 15 months ago, and I'm going to share with you a little bit what I was looking for in just a few. But in our first 90 days, we hit the position called Diamond in our company. We made over $400,000 in our first year, and it's just been an awesome ride ever since. But let's address the elephant in the room, right? We are living in uncertain times that we've never seen before, and I pray to God we never see again. But with that being said, it's created some differences out there in the marketplace. Number one, I think people are starting to really evaluate their health and wellness in a different way. Not to mention, number two, they're starting to really think about alternative or different ways of earning income, as well as how do I leverage technology to the fullest. So with that being said, guys, let me tell you first and foremost, there's hope. See, I don't know where you guys are at this afternoon. If you're just looking for something, if you were like me, like I can see I've only got about 90 days left and something's got to give, or if you're just looking for a supplemental source of income. But with that being said, guys, I'll tell you, timing is everything. When I was a skeptic of the network marketing industry, and I was, I used to say to people, man, only the people at the top of those things make any money. And guys, there's a lot of truth to that. And that's okay, because as companies grow down the road, the people that come in later are towards the bottom. The folks that are at the top actually have the opportunity to leverage all of that growth. And our company is only 2.5 years old, so it's still considered a first mover. The second thing you need is a disruptive product. We've got 3. We're going to cover those in just a few minutes. A strong compensation plan. So for every $100 that comes into our business in revenue, 71% of that goes into the pockets of the people, which is very, very powerful, very lucrative. We have a 100% online-based, home-based business model, and we can earn income fast. Listen, guys, I know that, I remember 10 years ago, I was thinking, man, I need to make money like yesterday. If there's some of you guys out there right now that are interested in making money fast, we have an opportunity for you. But a little bit about our company. It's called Viseo, 2.5 years old. And in our first 2 years, guys, we won a global award, top 50 healthcare companies in the world. Guys, we're the only network marketing company on that list. And they gave us this award for innovation. Hang on to that, because I'm going to come back to it in just a second. But when I took a look at this company, right, I always start at the top. How many of you guys know that everything rises and falls on leadership? And see, to me, that's huge. In our industry, this gentleman here, Mr. Dallin Larson, our CEO, he has actually, guys, built 2 companies to beyond $1 billion in his lifetime. And that's pretty significant, seeing as how, since 2001, there have been 48,000 network marketing companies born. That's a lot. You guys would agree that most of those companies thought they had the most innovative products. They had a great platform. They were going to change the world. Well, out of the 48,000 that were born, only 13 made it to $1 billion in revenue. And out of the 13, okay, he has taken 2 of those 13 to $1 billion. In fact, he was a 2009 Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year. That's the same award they just gave to Jeff Bezos from Amazon and Michael Dell from Dell Computers. Guys, that's massive. But when I sat down with him, I said, Mr. Larson, obviously you know how to build a big company, okay? But why would somebody choose our company? Why would somebody choose our products? And specifically, because I was on the hunt, I was looking for CBD. Why would somebody choose our CBD product? And here's what he said. He said, Mario, there's a problem out there. He said that most traditional supplements don't absorb into the bloodstream, and they had found a technology that was going to solve this problem. It's called liposomal technology. And so he broke it all down for me. And again, for me, I was in a place where I'm like one of those I need to see it to believe it type of guys. I'm one of those guys that I always question everything now, especially because you never know what from this side or that side, what's fake news. I wanted to go to somebody I knew, I loved, and I trusted. And so what I did is when I learned about this technology, I called a good friend of mine. Actually, we were getting ready to have a cigar that next day, probably the healthiest thing to do, right? And we were sitting down as buds, and I said, listen, what do you know about liposomal technology? And I called a great friend of mine. I met with a great friend of mine named Dr. Jesus Guerrero. Dr. Guerrero is a 30-year pharmacist out here for many years at Corona Regional Medical here in Southern California. And I want to bring him on to introduce, kind of pick up this story and share with you how he helped me learn about liposomal technology, what he thinks about liposomal technology, and then he's also going to talk a little bit about our product. So, Jesus, are you out there, buddy? I might have to unmute. Let me find him. Hold on. There we go. Okay, you should be unmuted.
I think I'm unmuted.
Awesome, and there's your video. Perfect. For those of you guys that are on, if you can go in the chat and let us know if Jesus's video is on. Dr. Jesus, he's a platinum with our company, and you'll learn what that is in just a few. But pick up that story, Jesus. Let us know what you say to me when I asked you about liposomal technology.
Well, it was funny because we were just talking, hanging out, having a cigar, just de-stressing, just being friends, right? And Mario was talking about CBD, and I was excited about CBD. I love CBD, but I wasn't going to join a business over CBD until he mentioned that it was something called liposomes. He had something called liposomes. And immediately, I realized that was something special. Because, liposomal technology has been around since the 60s. It's not new, but it is new in the health and wellness space. In fact, I had never even heard of liposomal CBD. And to be honest, we have a patent on it. And so it took about 5 seconds for it to jump around my brain when I said I'm in. And I don't know who was more surprised, whether it was Mario or my wife, Maya. I don't think Maya was very happy at first, but now she's very enthusiastic. In fact, she's more enthusiastic than I am, and I love this stuff. But liposomal technology, okay, you can take it orally, you can infuse it intravenously, you can even apply it to the skin. It is really a miracle. You see it on the screen right there. What we have here is a bilayer, and you can stick whatever nutrient you want right in the middle. And for CBD, for example, it's huge, but not just for CBD, for a lot of things. A lot of things just aren't absorbed well. And with CBD, you take something that's probably only 4 to 8% bioavailable, ultimately, to something that you can approach 100%, greater than 90%, depending on a person's gut health. And that's a game changer. It really is. And so I saw that immediately. I jumped on, haven't looked back. And the thing is, I wasn't interested at all in any of the other products. I was just kind of thinking liposomal CBD is going to be the game changer. And it kind of is, but it's not my favorite product. And I tell people that all the time. All these products are amazing. I love them all. In fact, I use them all. It's been, well, except for the Blazer. We'll get into Blazer later. I haven't started using that. I don't want to be too pretty. but the products are phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal. And we all utilize advanced delivery systems, whether it's the liposomal or the smart enzymes, but the products are fantastic. So, Mario, you want me to just break them down?
Yeah, so what we're going to do, guys, is I'm gonna keep the ball in Dr. Jesus's court. But before we do, I'll share you. We're going to talk a little bit in a few seconds about our 3 sizzle products. You see, the number one reason outside of being too late to the party in this profession, the number one reason why people fail is because they bring a product, a service, or a good to market that doesn't sizzle. It doesn't have the marketability. And we have 3 sizzle products that we're going to talk about in just a few minutes, but I want to give Jesus a few minutes to just talk about our other products because they are unbelievable products, and nobody better to talk about them than Jesus.
Yeah, well, like I said before, when I first got this package of products, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with all of our products, or maybe you're just taking a look at it. And I bought the big package that had all the products. And I was not interested at all in what was in there. In fact, I kind of ignored them for a few weeks. But once I started looking at them, I was pretty impressed. And to start off with the liposome. So let me start off. At the time I was working night shifts. I have a good friend of mine that's on this call right now who's working night shifts. And so But so she's gonna love this one, sleep. Okay, now sleep is insomnia is a $30 billion industry right now. Okay, melatonin is probably the best thing out there that's not over the counter. In fact, it's better than than stuff that they get prescription. I'm not even gonna get into that. But melatonin is very poorly absorbed. You stick it in a liposome, however, you increase the absorption phenomenally, but also has other ingredients in there. And it's probably one of our most popular items. It really is. People love the liposomal sleep. And, I use it all the time. I really do. In fact, I combine it with CBD. We'll get into CBD later. But again, that's phenomenal. Probably Vtox. Vtox is probably I'm not even sure if anyone can see it. Vtox is probably an unsung hero. The more I read and learn about Vtox and what's in there, I am impressed more and more about how important this is. This actually has become a daily use for me. Now, we all know that we live in a toxic environment. We store up things like heavy metals. Vtox, your body has 5 systems to help detox your body, okay? Liver, kidneys, colon, skin, and lungs. Now, right now, a lot of people should be concerned about the lungs, right? The world's kind of going through something, and this pandemic affects the lungs. Vtox has 2 ingredients, mullein and osha, that are both been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, or Asian medicine to actually help support lungs. Another thing is it binds to heavy metals. It gets those heavy metals out of your system, because heavy metals can affect your immune response system in an immense way. Not only do heavy metals just sit in your body, but they actually bind to certain nutrients like selenium. You need selenium as part of your immune response system. Heavy metals bind it. So if you don't have it available, then you can't make things like glutathione or other selenial proteins. Vtox, everybody should be on this. Neuro is a great product that has 5 ingredients that have, again, been used for centuries. It's all food-based, but it supports memory, brain, and brain function, cognitive support. It's also got antioxidants. It promotes health, healthy blood flow into the brain. So Neuro is fantastic. We've had a ton of really good and positive people who have just claimed how much it's helped them with certain conditions. Oh, shoot. You might see that I'm drinking this dirty looking water. It's actually a combination of 2 things. One is V3, and V3 is our energy drink. Okay, now I don't know how many of you like energy drinks, if you like the Monsters or what have you. It's V3 has the caffeine from an organic green tea. Green tea is phenomenal, loaded with antioxidants, not just caffeine. It's also got theobromide from cacao. I don't know if you like that chocolate, like a coffee mocha. Theobromide and caffeine work synergistically together to actually be a mood elevator. It causes euphoria, a feeling of wellness. And that's huge. But it's also got an herb blend that helps to stimulate the body and the brain and enhance energy levels. It's got coconut juice powder. Now, the great thing about the coconut juice powder is it helps to prevent you from getting dehydrated, and also digestive enzymes and B6 and B12. Now, why the vitamins in an energy drink? Why B6 and B12? Well, B6 and B12 are absolutely necessary for how your body utilizes energy. And so people don't know that, but B3 is fantastic. Another thing we've got is something called V-Slim, which is our weight management program. It does basically 3 things. It helps to increase your metabolism, it helps to curb your appetite, and it helps to maintain healthy blood levels. It's also got coconut juice powder in there as well to promote being hydrated. And as you probably know, when you're dehydrated and you're thirsty, people tend to eat instead of just drinking water. But this helps to, again, maintain that sense of fullness. Let's see, what haven't I talked about? Oh, but I not mentioned one of my absolute favorites, Renew. Okay, Renew, we market it for joint health. It's an anti-inflammatory, but it's so much more than that. It's got curcumin, if you're familiar with curcumin. It's one of the most potent anti-inflammatory products out there, but also it's from the turmeric plant, or curry. But also it's a very potent antioxidant. Now, it's also got shiitake mushroom, it's got acai, it's got a number of ingredients that all promote either anti-inflammation, antioxidant use, or both. Now, like I said, we promote it for joint pain and for joint inflammation. It does a lot more than that. It is actually one of my top 2 products, and it's not listed with the big 3, but in my opinion, it's a $1 billion product all by itself. In fact, I use it every day. My number one favorite product is Core Complete. Now, I don't know if you can see it because my video is kind of frozen, but if you can see it, our Core Complete, which is these 5 little capsules, okay, is absolutely phenomenal. People call it a multivitamin. It's so much more. It's entirely food-based. It has all the multivitamins that you need, as well as the minerals. It's got, you know, the minerals like selenium. I mentioned selenium. It's got chromium. It's got digestive care enzymes, like it's got probiotics, prebiotics. It's got the polyunsaturated fatty acids like the omega-3, 6, 7, and 9. There is not, if you want to build up your immune system, if you want to just, and so much more, you really need to have a firm foundation nutritionally, and Core Complete really does that. I have said it many times, everybody should be on Core Complete. There shouldn't be a person out there not taking Core Complete. And if you have trouble swallowing the capsules, you can open them, but they're actually really easy to swallow. It's a great, phenomenal product. And so did I hit them all? I think I did. But Mario, are you still there?
I am.
Okay.
Sorry,
My
brother.
video totally froze, so.
Okay, yeah, see, people are saying that his screen froze at the end, but we're good to go. We've been able to hear you, and we've been able to also see the product, so that's good. So let's continue.
It couldn't freeze while I was smiling?
No. So let's continue, guys. Now, listen, we've got a couple other products. Now, those are the products that most people don't necessarily hear about until they're, you know, on one of these calls or they're learning about us. But one of the products that we want to talk about is obviously CBD. See, our CBD product, guys, and so you guys can all see my camera. You guys can see the screen that says CBD1 with the oil and the cream. So our product, CBD1, guys, thanks, guys, is pretty awesome. So from plant to package, everything is created here in the United States, which is very important. But on that liposomal technology, just like Jesus said, we have a 20-year global patent on that. It's also THC free. So THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, right? It's the psychoactive that gets you high, but it's also what gets you fired. Not to mention, most people aren't aware of this, but THC with animals can be lethal in many, many instances. It's organic, non-GMO, but guys, what does it do? Virtually everything. And see, when I got started into CBD, it was really organic because of Jesus is on, not you, Mario. Okay, so Jesus is back on. Let's see here. We're going to be flipping back and forth anyways. I'm sorry. I knew something was going on with Zoom from the second I logged in because of the fact that okay, bam. Okay, so you should be able to see me now, okay? So with that being said, guys, I got a call about 18 months ago from my mom. My mom was the one that introduced me to CBD because she had a friend who was pretty much cured of insomnia, taking CBD. She had really bad insomnia. She asked me to start looking into CBD just to see if it was something that my mom should take to help her with insomnia. My mind was blown. I saw people using it for everything. Rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, anxiety, depression, insomnia, people with pets. I mean, it was unbelievable. But Jesus says something that's pretty cool about the different industries when you take a bigger step and look at CBD. Jesus, talk to me about, share with the group what you shared about the different categories that CBD is.
Well, you know what? Show that next slide real quick. The one about the Forbes. Yeah, show that. Okay. Forbes said it's going to be a $22 billion industry. And I actually disagree. I disagree it's going to be 22 billion. It's going to be greater than that. It's going to be huge.
I think
and the
so.
reason I say that is because CBD can help in so many different areas. And like, okay, pain, for example, probably one of the most popular things people are training for is for pain. But pain itself, by itself, is approaching a $100 billion industry. It's a $70 billion industry.
Wow.
Anxiety and depression, mental health. I mean, that's huge. We're talking about more than a $20 billion industry just in anxiety. Well, CBD is phenomenal with anxiety. We look at insomnia, $30 billion industry. Just rheumatoid arthritis, $30 billion industry. If CBD can help, and it might be able to help in multiple areas, then the potential there for growth. I mean, if it were to take a piece of every single one of those pies, then you can imagine the amount of income potential or the amount of money that can be generated from that. CBD will be huge.
Absolutely. And that's what got my wife and I started, right? We plugged our flag, planted our flag. We were like, look, we're in, we're doing this. And so we got started, but in January 2020, Viseo took it to the next level when they launched our second sizzle product called Beleza. See, for me, truth be told, I haven't been excited about skincare prior to this. I'm a guy, I don't know if other guys are like that, but when I started realizing the power of this product, the entrepreneur in me got really excited because guys, skincare all by itself, anti-aging, is a $187 billion industry. Okay. But remember, we're an advanced delivery systems company. Okay. So why did we partner up with, by the way, have any of you guys ever heard of Mr. Warren Buffett? Okay, Warren Buffett owns a company called Berkshire Hathaway, and we have worldwide exclusivity with Berkshire Hathaway in releasing Beleza. So Beleza, guys, is a liposomal skincare company. So for instance, our product, most skincares fall at the top level, the epidermis. Ours gets 3 levels deep because it has multi-layered liposomes. Hey, Seuss, talk to me about multi-layered liposomes.
Okay, well, if you remember that first picture, what you saw was a bilayer, right? And so, and that's fine. That's beautiful. Works especially well in multiple different areas, especially like absorption or via the gut. But when you look at the skin, a multi-layer, the way ours are formulated, the way Beleza is formulated, is there are nutrients embedded within each layer. And if you were to imagine it, just think about it, for example, as an onion. The first layer goes through, and that layer will peel off, releasing nutrients into that epidermis. But then it continues downward, slightly smaller because a layer peeled off.
Right.
Another layer will peel off right there at the epidermis. Okay. And then another one, and another one, and another one. And as the layers peel off, they release more nutrition, more nutrients that the skin uses. And that's what makes Beleza totally different from anything else out there. Normal skincare is going to sit on the top. It may get a little bit of penetration into the epidermis. It may go, it's not really going to go down any further, but each succeeding time that one of those liposomes peels off a layer and releases nutrition, it gets smaller, 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 and ultimately just amazing penetration.
Awesome.
So there's nothing else like it. Nothing else.
And the testimonials to prove that are insane. This is Deb Tapia out of Southern California. Guys, this is 5 days. You could immediately see the darkness under her eyes, and her forehead is lightened up tremendously. You've got Monica out in Northern California, same thing. Look at her eyes, forehead. That's typically people's problem areas, right? Jen here, look at her forehead, 14 days, guys. Somebody actually asked her if she had Botox. She was like, no, I had Beleza. And then we've got Tanya. Look at this 20 days, guys. This is just unreal. The thing about it is, Tanya actually comes out of the beauty industry, the cosmetics industry. And she said, Mario, like, I was so blown away because I thought I was the person who took care of my skin already. And then, wow, right? So very powerful, a sizzle product, but with multi-layered liposomes. And our partner, Mr. Warren Buffett, it sets us apart from everything else out there. But our third sizzle product is called Eternal, guys. Eternal is absolutely incredible. I would say it's kind of like a little Go-Gurt. You tear off the top, squeeze it in, unbelievably packed. Jesus, give me about 1 minute. Tell us why Eternal is phenomenal.
1 minute? 1 minute.
Yes, only one.
Okay. Glutathione. Glutathione is probably the biggest, best thing that your body makes in order to get it. It's involved in many, many things, including, and especially right now, what we're talking about is immunity, both passive immunity, and adaptive immunity. So glutathione is indispensable. The way the body makes it is through nutrition. High antioxidant levels in your body promote glutathione production. So you need it. But the antioxidant blend in this is phenomenal, second to none. I'd love to be able to talk more about the entire fortified act that we have going on. But I'm telling you right now, since we're talking about the pandemic, okay? So we'll talk about the pandemic. Well, we'll touch that. Well, we're talking about the pandemic. A virus does well when your body has oxidative stress or not enough antioxidants. It actually replicates better. And then as it continues to replicate, it makes that whole situation worse, okay? However, high levels of antioxidants, like glutathione, like a lot of those essential vitamins that we need, actually disrupt the replication of the virus. So when we're immune deficient, it's because we don't have enough antioxidants and vitamins and the trace minerals. These are all absolutely necessary. Eternal is a big piece of that puzzle. combine the eternal and the neuro. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Mario, why don't you read that off? I mean, that's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
So this is an article that came out in February of this year. Now, by the way, time out. Does this mean that if you take Eternal, you're not going to get coronavirus? That's not what we're saying. Does this mean if you take Eternal, you're going to get cured of coronavirus? That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is according to this third-party article, glutathione is a tiger against viruses, and we have glutathione in this product at 95% bioavailability. The absorption level is insane. Look at glutathione is the most important cellular defense that allows the body to prevent and fight infections and diseases. Glutathione plays crucial roles in the immune response, DNA repair, and the detoxification process that neutralizes drugs, chemicals, radiation, metabolic waste, beats down viruses, bacteria, and reduces toxins and carcinogens that are increasingly present in our environment. So guys, what I love about this is it takes our products for the general population out of the, hey, I want that, and put it into the need that type of category. When you can bring a need to the marketplace, watch out, okay? So with that being said, we're kind of done with our products. Hey, Jesus, any last thing you want to share about Eternal or glutathione before we turn the page out of our product section?
Well, just you guys, ultimately, you know, we're obviously, as a world, we're going through something pretty serious here. And some people believe it, some people don't. I strongly believe it. You know, all the things that we have in place, the social distancing, the masks, the hand hygiene are all important. They're all great, but they're all designed to keep the monster at bay. It's all designed to keep the virus from getting to us. But what do you do if it does get to you? And unfortunately, if you are well prepared physically, immunologically, that's your best defense.
Yes.
But let's face it, our diet does not promote that. Our diets, generally speaking, do not protect us. They do not build up our immune response system. The combination of our core complete with all the nutrition, the Eternal with the massive quantities of antioxidants, the Renew with the curcumin, and the curcumin has actually been shown to promote glutathione growth. The Vetox, which, you know, is not just loaded with antioxidants, it also protects your selenium content by getting rid of those heavy metals. Just those four, you know, are massive for building up our immune response system. Now, I'm not saying that's going to treat COVID. I'm not saying that it's going to do anything against any specific virus. Obviously, I can't say those things. But I can say with extreme confidence that building up your immune system is the best thing we can be doing right now. Absolutely 100% best thing we can be doing, even beyond every other measure. And if you have a strong immune system, that'll give you the best chance. Nutrition is the way of doing that.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you jumping on today. I know everybody loves to hear when I say Dr. Jesus is speaking about the products, everybody comes running. And man, we appreciate you. You're valuable to our team, you and Maya. And if you guys are working with Jesus and Maya, you are very, very richly blessed. So as we continue moving forward, guys, we're going to shift gears a little bit, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the business side of what we do. Now, I know that some of you guys are on and you're just very interested in maybe being a consumer, and that's cool because we love our products. We love our customers. But for some of you guys that might be interested in learning about how we monetize this, we're going to go through some slides here to share with you how we do what we do, okay? But before we do, I'll tell you, listen, I don't know where you guys are at in life. All I know is where I was 10 years ago, okay? I was in a place where my savings account was going backwards. I couldn't find a job. It was 2 years after the last recession. By the way, if you guys have a job right now, count yourself as blessed, but also you're not out of the woods. See, because in 2008, the bottom dropped. For 2 more years, I had a job. But what happened is the ripple effects kept coming, and I got caught in those ripple effects 2 years later. So even if you've got a full-time job right now and you're still blessed, that's awesome. But use this as a lesson to say, listen, I'm not out of the woods yet, and I've got to figure something out. And so when my wife and I got started in this profession, it ended up being just an incredible blessing to us. We've made some incredible income. We've met so many great people. We've gone traveling all over the world. And so with all of that being said, guys, let's talk about this. We are early. Every single multi-billion-dollar company in our space, the Amways of the world, the Primericas of the world, the New Skins, the Avons, guys, they've been around 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Some of them are multiple billion-dollar companies that publicly trade on the New York Stock Exchange. And all of them at one time were 2.5 years old. That means they were little. And then they went big. And people that got plugged in at the right time had life-changing income, life-changing opportunities. And it's verifiable because a lot of these companies, whether you love them or not, right? Let's take Herbalife, whether you love Herbalife or not, right? There's nothing scammy or schemy about a company that's publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and you see them on the jerseys of the MLS soccer team, right? So with that being said, people are verifiably changed if you get in early. We've also got some very high level, high quality entrepreneurs and business professionals that have already come out and given endorsements on our company. Grant Cardone, some of you guys know him, 10X author, real estate tycoon. He said, amazing things are happening at Viseo, stellar leadership, amazing products. With 4 global offices, they're building a huge brand. Don't sit still. How many of you guys know Kevin O'Leary? Mr. Wonderful from the Shark Tank. It's amazing to see what's happening at Viseo. To be only 2 years old and have revenue of $100 million a year is amazing. I don't care what business you're in, what sector, that kind of growth is spectacular. And Maria Ramirez, according to the Wall Street Journal, she's the world's foremost financial forecaster. She said with millions of new people entering the gig economy. What's the gig economy? The side hustle economy. Everybody's got a gig. Everybody's got a side hustle. Why? Because of technology, right? Coupled with the expected growth in the CBD market, no company is better poised to create significant global market share over the next several years than the company called Viseo. So guys, there's 8 ways that we get paid, okay? So the first way we get paid is called the customer acquisition program. So as you go out there and you just sell products to people, you actually earn a 40% commission, which is not bad. Not to mention, we do wholesale to retail. So just going out there and sharing this model over the course of 15 months, people join and they have friends or people that they know that are business professionals. I have product in chiropractic offices, in gyms, in wellness centers, in massage spas. I mean, all over the place, guys, and we're earning income every single week because of that. Number 2, when you introduce the business model to somebody, let's say somebody invited you on the call today. If you join the company, you're going to purchase a startup package. The person who introduced you in is going to earn 20% commission off of that startup package. Number 3, team commissions. We're going to help you build 2 teams, one on your right and one on your left. As they go out and do sales on a monthly basis, people are sharing the products, people are joining the team, and then reordering. You can earn up to $28,000 a week on that particular compensation component. On number 3, my wife and I alone, in 1 week, the most we earned on number 3 is about $15,000 in 1 week. Number 4 is matching bonus. It's called generational wealth. So I'm going to pick on someone real quick. So let's say Alex. So let's say I brought Alex to the team. Alex would fall on my first generation. Now, whatever Alex does in commissions on a weekly basis, I earn 20% of his paycheck. Now, as Alex brings people in, okay, they fall on my second generation. I earn 10% of their paycheck, and so on and so forth through 7 levels. So from level 3 to level 7, I match their paychecks at 5%. But what's cool about that, guys, is there's no cap to the amount of people that you can introduce. Personally, my wife and I have introduced over 100 people to our company at first generation, and then it goes 7 levels deep. That's a lot of income to match, and there's no cap there. Number 5, rank advance bonus. I'll share what that is, but basically it's huge lump sum bonuses starting at $50,000 all the way to $1 million, depending on how big your team is growing. Global leadership pool. So we can earn a 3% revenue share in the company that pays out every single week for the life of the company. Number 7, we take some trips. In our first year, my wife and I helped over 62 people, okay? We helped over 62 people make anywhere from $3,000 to $30,000 in their first month. And all of those people went on all expense paid trips to the Bahamas. And I'm going to show you some pictures here in just a second. But with that being said, guys, we're going to turn to my favorite part of the afternoon, and it's because like I said from the beginning, I was a skeptic. I was a guy 10 years ago that said, man, I need to see it to believe it. So I'm going to share with you guys some testimonials of people that have joined our business and done well from the business perspective, but also have some pretty awesome testimonies with their products. Okay, so with that being said, all the people that I share with you here have actually also won their trips to the Bahamas. So let's get into it. This is Mong. She's an HR executive. She's been in network marketing companies before. She said, Mario, I never made over $100 in any given week at my old network marketing companies. In her first 3 weeks with us, she made $7,500. This is Diana Mosier. She got started because her son Ryan had something called narcolepsy cataplexy. It's a tongue teaser there. And so what happened was he couldn't sleep, and when he did, he would have night terrors. Took our product, bam, changed the game. She got started, got her trip to the Bahamas. Kathy and Chepe. Kathy's a real estate professional. Her daughter, Lauren, has a very amazing testimony with our product and a bad back coming out of the military. Took our product, changed the game for them, shared our system, started going out there and sharing with people, won her trip to the Bahamas. And then David and Cassi Juarez. David and Cassi Juarez, they are traditional business owners here in Southern California. And we actually have an opportunity to hear their story this morning. And so I'm not going to steal their thunder, but let me go. I think I'm going to open up David's mic and camera, and boom, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay, so David, go ahead and start your video. Let me see, can we? All right, can you guys see David and Cassi?
How do I start video?
We can definitely hear you guys. Okay, you're on. Go ahead, guys. Why don't you share your story real quick and your journey here with Viseo?
Yeah. Hi, guys. So he got us started, and we were all about CBD, but and I'm all about products. So that aside, I just want to say one thing really that really changed my mind. We've never done network marketing whatsoever. I went to a meeting, and Mario had shared it's a $92 billion industry, and I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And when he said that, I was like, okay, wait, I need to take a second look at this. And because I had no idea that network marketing was so big. I just knew I didn't want to be part of it. I'm so glad that I was open and willing to take really a risk. And, you know, we literally jumped in. We followed the system. We won our trip to the Bahamas. And we earned our initial investment in 9 days back, and we've earned a check with Viseo every week since. And so, go ahead, Nigel.
No, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing, especially with what these products do. You know, it's helped our son, and we'll be on these products for the rest of our lives. And we're using this company to help us with our retirement. And we believe the way it's working out, man, it's just been a blessing seeing all of our team. And we work as a team, and knowing, like, for me, I'm a construction owner. I got to work to get paid. This year, you know, obviously you put in your time, but as a group effort, it's just been a blessing.
And you
for us.
follow the system.
Follow the system. We got paid to go on a trip, on a vacation for free. Usually my company has to pay for it, which is me. But this time, Viseo paid for it.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, listen, we appreciate you so much, and thank you for joining. And it's been a blessing to watch you guys from the very beginning. They have dynamite testimonies, guys, not just in their own home, but through their children, their extended family. I mean, it's just been unbelievable. And when you get that type of fire in your belly and it gets into your blood, you know, this just becomes fun. And that's what's happening over and over and over again with people. So love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys sharing that testimony. And so as we continue moving forward, guys, this is Alex Morales. He's also a traditional business owner here in Southern California. He and his daughter won their trip to the Bahamas. Lily and Ron, they own a traditional business as well, a restaurant. It's funny because sometimes people say, Mario, do you have to be a business owner to be successful here with the company? No, but here's what I know. Business owners think differently, right? They understand timing and positioning. They understand the importance of systems, and they also understand it takes money to make money. But let's say you don't own a business, right? Brock and Allison, they're in their mid-20s, beautiful young family. He's actually a dirt bike guy. He's a motocross guy, and he does construction. Never been in network marketing, never been in sales, got started and made $5,700 in his first 5 days, guys. Okay, remember I told you at the beginning, if some of you guys need to make some money fast, Brock and Allison made $5,700 in 5 days, okay? So with that being said, we've got Kenji. Kenji's another one. Kenji's made an insane amount of money with the company, and he's maybe been here 2 months. Okay, not even that, I don't think. Owns a traditional business out in Arcadia, California. Liana and her husband, Aaron, they have an incredible testimony. Liana has rheumatoid arthritis. Started taking our products, changed the game for her, started sharing our testimony according to our system, won her trip to the Bahamas. And this one's a little special. This is my old football coach from high school, Coach Joe Pena. He called me a couple months back and said, Mario, listen, I know you know how to do this deal. Like, I've never done this before, but it's time for you to coach the coach. I want to retire my wife one day. And at the rate we're going, that ain't never going to happen. So he got started, followed the system, won his trip to the Bahamas as well. Dr. Jesus and Maya, you saw their story. You got James here. Jason, he actually got started, never been in network marketing. He's a real estate guy. He's a baseball coach. $4,000 his first week. James and Monica, their son Jaden, was suffering from 2 to 4 epileptic seizures every single day. Okay, started taking our product, came off of the medication. Jaja, she made $9,000 in her first 30 days with the company. Never been in network marketing before. Amberly and Jeff, they're in the real estate profession. $25,000 in their first 30 days. This is Jackie. Jackie's a mortgage professional out here in Southern Cal, doing about $900 a week part-time. You've got Joe, another traditional business owner, got started because his daughter Megan's 19. She has autism. Went from pretty much getting kicked out of school to a couple months back now taking piano lessons. Chad and Jen, another traditional business owners here in our marketplace, just killing the game. And then you've got Tanya. Tanya, single mom, Latina. She said, Mario, it took me 6 years to climb the ladder in corporate America to make 6 figures. And she made 6 figures with our company in 10 months. Okay. Pretty awesome. My wife and I hit diamond in 90 days. They put us on a magazine. There we are with our mentors in Miami. Here's some of our leaders. The night before we went onto this cruise, we took these people on a cruise in 90 days. 90 days later, we did it again. 90 days later, we did it again. They asked me to train on stage. There's my daughter at Dylan's house this year for his 60th birthday party. All expenses paid trip to Hawaii as well. They're the kids at the private beach in Turtle Bay, Park City, Utah trip, hanging out in the snow, having fun, doing life, guys. And so I'm going to cut to the chase. Why will you succeed with Viseo? Well, I've got to update this because not even a month ago it said, or 2 months ago, that 6.6 million people filed for unemployment. Now that's up over 20 something million. Okay. So number one reason is everybody you know is looking. Everybody you know is hungry, right? This is actually a Google Analytics snapshot. It shows you how many people have been searching home business. That's from March 8th. I guarantee you that's continued to skyrocket since then. Not to mention everybody you know is looking for ways to heal their health, okay, internally with natural type of deals, no more medications. So what's next, guys? People are usually in 3 places. Number 1, Mario, it's not for me. And if it's not for you, no harm, no foul. Place number 2, Mario, I do like it, but I have some questions. Stick around. We're actually going to interview a guy that in 2.5 weeks made all his money back. Okay, it's just in just a second. And place number 3, guys, how I'm in. You know, you had me at liposomes, just like Jesus. So step number 1, pick a package. We've got 3 different packages, and guys, I don't care which package you get started with. What I do care is that you get started. So we've got a small barrier of entry for the $250 package, all the way up to the foundation package, which is $1,549. Now, most people do get started with that foundation pack, the big one, because the company gives you an additional 2% revenue share option that gets paid out every single week for the life of the company. Absolutely incredible. Guys, that 2% paid out about $19,000 on average last year to the people who had it. I earned about $45,000 on that. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Now, you might say, Mar, I don't have $1,500. It's okay then, guys. Just get in where you fit in. Number 2, we're going to get you trained. Okay, we've got an online training university called the U-Crew University. We're going to train you on products, compensation, marketing, social media, team building, technology, and personal development. So you don't have to have experience. You just have to be able to follow a simple duplicatable system. The only thing you have to do on a monthly basis is make a monthly purchase of at least $100 of your own product. So let's say I wanted to just buy my own CBD oil every single month for myself. That's all I have to do. My business stays open. And what you do is that's where your comp plan stays open. You can take that and sell it to others, by the way. Or this is also where your belief is built as well. And then number 4, our share and connect system. system. So we're going to teach you guys how to leverage the excitement and the buzz around CBD and online business. And when people say, yeah, I'm open to hear, what do you got? Introduce them to your friends and family, to us, right? The leaders. We do all the heavy lifting, have fun, and enjoy health and financial freedom. So let me give you a visual on how this looks. There you are. You get started with the top package or whatever one you want. Okay, we're going to send you a texting script. Send out a text to about 40 people. It's kind of similar to this. Hey, what do you know about CBD? I love CBD. Why? Hey, I found a way to make money online in the CBD space. I thought about you. If you send that out to 40 people, 15 of them are going to want to get on the phone or get on one of these Zooms. We're going to get you 4 people to join your team. If we can get you 4 people to join your team, the company is going to get you $1,600. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to actually bring on a gentleman that just did this, and he's been with the company just a couple of weeks. Let's see if he's still on. Where's James? James, where you at, brother? Raise your hand if you're on. I don't know what is, I thought it was under his name, but it's not under his name. Okay, where we at? Where we at, James? Oh, game time, okay. Boom, you there, James? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Awesome, there's your video. Can you guys hear and see James?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Yeah, thank you for the introduction, Mario. I got a background in the military. I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. I've been a martial arts instructor for the past 10 years. I got started with the SEO 2.5 weeks ago, right after I started with the company. I had my second little girl, so I spent about a week just getting acclimated with the new family and bringing her home. So basically for the past week and a half, I've just been following the system. I've never really done anything like this before, but I knew CBD would end up being huge. I've had a few training partners, few coaches, few people I looked up to that used it and let me use it. And I was like, okay, this is okay. But, wasn't too excited about it. But then I found out about Maseo, did the training, started actually taking the products. The founder's package was awesome because I got 2 months supply of everything. So I've been able to actually try and test everything so I can give my testimonial to my friends and family and people out there. But it's helped my body out. The sleep alone, I'm off Ambien, off Vicodin, and Oxy. So I've just been taking the products. But really the training, I just did exactly what they said. I got some people on the phone with Mario and some of the other mentors, and I hit my 4x4. So I've gotten all my money back and then some from investment, and I have 2 months supply of all the products, and I'm sold.
I'm super excited for you, brother. And your mom and dad just got in the game last night as well?
Yeah, my mom and dad, they love the products. That's the extra products I had. I got it on for them, and they've been loving it. My mom's been in a couple car accidents as of recently, and has been, on a bunch of pharmaceutical stuff, not really helping her out, causing this or that problem. And she hasn't had to use it in the last week. So I just feel super blessed that I ran into you guys, and I've been able to give up the opportunity not only to some of my friends, but also to my family's been able to benefit. So,
man, James, I'm super excited for you, brother. Congratulations on the baby. And we're expecting big things from you. Not to mention your sister, Christina, is also lighting it up, brother. So appreciate you, man. God bless. And guys, with that being said, it works, right? The system works, and we're proving it to you. So, with that being said, we're going to close up now, and we're going to end it with this. Oh, by the way, we're going to New York at the end of this year. I don't care what anybody says. We're going to be past this COVID thing. I believe that in my heart. And the company is taking some folks that get to work. We have a promotion, and you could go with us to New York City at New Year's Eve in a suite overlooking Times Square and ring in the new year, all on the company. Flight, room, entertainment with a guest. 4 days, 3 nights. It's going to be incredible, guys. And so with that being said, I just want to tell you, if you're in place number 2 or place number 3, Mario, I like it. Can I learn a little more? Or, hey, I'm in, right? Get in contact with the person, or better yet, the person who invited you on the call today is going to reach out to you. We'll talk about those next steps. If any of you want to talk to me, I'll be available. Otherwise, let's get you to Hawaii. That's the Diamonds. There's my group over there in the little corner, my little squad. It was a blessing. Have a great day, guys. Be safe. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet apart, and go easy on the toilet paper. Good afternoon, guys. Bye-bye.